But as a user, it will be a bit scary for me because while I'm sleeping, while I'm relaxing, at that point, if someone just randomly show me the ad, you are cutting off yourself from the actual world and you are creating a total virtual scenario or virtual world. When we were kids, we used to see different kind of cartoons over there, right?
Yes.
Robot talking to us and all those different things, like flying car and all those things. But right now, advertising has also taken a very futuristic aspect over here. That how we can target audience. That is where the traditional marketing was lacking behind. Your time is the currency which they are using.
Hi guys, this is Shreya and welcome to the Knowledge Adda powered by NIST, where we break down all things marketing. Joining me today is NIST's very own social sensei, Anirban Mukherjee, and we are here to discuss the evolution of advertising and all its aspects. Hi sir, how are you? How's post-COVID work life treating you?
चल रहा है यार, it is a very controversial topic, but still चल रहा है, ठीक ठाक चल रहा है. So pre-COVID was a different thing. I understood many things in life, like learn the work life and the personal life balance, but post-COVID is also good.
I think that time put a lot of things in perspective related to work-life balance. So I think it was important. So anyways, so today we were, discussing about advertising and how long you have been in the advertising space yourself. And so I thought you would be the best person to, sort of break down advertising for me, explain its evolution. So to start off the discussion for our listeners, let's, go back in time and, discuss why advertising came into being, what is its origin and how has it become such a crucial part of our lives now?
See, I certainly cannot say that when advertising first started, but the very first instance of advertising came in Egyptian era. Okay? Egyptian is to curve out different kind of things, and then the first print and published posters were around 15th century. Okay? A person put up different posters in the church wall to promote his book. That was the first time when someone printed a poster and put up. So that was kind of an advertising. And slowly, if we fast forward to the 1700 or 1800, the newspaper ads and the billboard ads came into the whole big screen, right? So this is how the evolvement of the evolution of the ads or advertisement came into our world.
Okay, so something like when we talk about advertising, one thing that always comes to our mind first is personalization. And a lot of people think, I'm sure a lot of viewers might also think that personalization is a pretty new subject, whereas what we were discussing is how it dates years back. So can you discuss a little bit about how personalization came into being?
See, many people think that personalization क्या होता है? Personalization का concept अभी introduce हुआ है, right? But personalization was introduced back around 1892. ठीक है? एक company था Sears बोल के. So what they did, they send out personalized postcard through mail to around 8,000 postcard, and which helped them to boost their sales around they got 2,000 new orders. Right. So there was the first personalization concept came in, and slowly when our advertisement aspect improvised according to the era, that's when the golden age of advertising also came in. Right.
So when we talk about the golden era of advertising, it is, a period between the 1950s to 1970s. And this was a time when a lot of bigger brands came into the picture. And it was an era about, larger than life personalities. Someone very, aptly described it as a time during which people had 3 martini lunches. So can you explain a little bit about, golden era and how advertising really boomed during this era?
So golden era का मतलब क्या है? Golden era is golden age actually came from the Greek mythology. ठीक है? तो उसका मतलब क्या है? It refers to a time when there is peace, harmony, stability, and prosperity. Right? What made this time actually the golden age? Because people had that power to consume, to buy what they need. Right? And that is where the advertisers use that very well. And as
Yes.
you said, now the three martinis came up. Like David Ogilvy was there, Leo Burnett was there, and there was one more person. I don't exactly remember the name. Don Draper was there, right? So they came up with these big brands, and advertisers understood this very well. They showed people what they were willing to consume. They showed the customer what they were willing to consume, and also it is considered as a golden age because at that point TV was introduced. TV came into people's life, right? And TV played a huge role in brainwashing and in manipulating the what we say need and wants of people, right? These advertisers understood this very well, and they showed people larger than life personalities through the TV ads, right? Larger than life personalities. They showed that if you consume or if you use the brand, automatically you will have a personality or you will have a lifestyle which has been shown in the TV screen, right? So this is how it like evolved around the years.
So it is more like how, advertising slowly, I think advertising slowly started by brands becoming a big part of people's identity or their personas in a way. So when we talk about advertising, how did it become such a big powerhouse in the business world as we see it right now? It is one of the fastest growing industries.
See, I was reading article, ठीक है, 2 days back, and there it was written that consumer are like your wife. ठीक है, you should treat them as your wife. Why so? Because many people think that consumers are fool, but they are not. They are very intelligent, and we should respect that, right? And advertising comes in over here. How it comes in? Let's say you're attending any kind of invitation or a wedding. You will try to dress up your best so that you can grab attention of people in the invitation. Same way, advertising plays a very important role in the brand, right? What they do, they show out to people the best of the brand. They show the USP of the brand, right? And this is how we actually play around with people, right? Many people think that through advertisement we can fool the consumer, we can fool the customer, but that is not the thing. You can fool the customer once, you can fool the customer twice, but you can also switch your brand, you can switch your personality, you can fool them over there, but for how long will you do that, right? So if you want to stay in the market, if you want to keep your brand existing, show your actual self, and advertising helps you, your brand, your product, to show the actual thing. Because see, customer has a pool of opportunities and options out there in the market. They have different brands. Now you have to understand that what you're going to advertise so that people will consider you or your brand or buy your product, right? So that is where advertising plays as a powerhouse for any kind of brand or any business world in this time.
So it is all about, offering exclusivity or authenticity or something that is about problem solving rather than just the product.
So yeah, authenticity and problem solving is a very important factor when you're advertising something. You cannot just falsely claim that this is actually what I'm selling and this is what I'm showing, right? So that is the main fact.
So this brings me to my next question, which is, about the a little bit of discussion about the Cold War era and how during this time there was this noticeable shift in advertising and the whole motive of advertising. And this is the period where the focal point for advertisers shifted from the product, how we can sell this product and how we can make it more viable. The focus shifted from that to consumers and how can we, solve their pain points, how can we serve them better. So can you explain a little bit?
Yeah. So what these brand did, they creative and imaginative characters in people's head that display like the product or the brand itself has a character in your life, an important character, not just a character, but an important character in your life, right? And if you're not using, or if the character is not in your life, then it's like there is something missing. If I give you an example, previously Marlboro was a cigarette for women, right? But then they decided to make it a like male exclusive kind of product to show the masculinity. If you consume the product, then you are male enough, right? So this
Okay.
is how they portray it. Now if we take an example of the current time, if you know, Borolin used to like produce or jingles through radio. Radio is also a very good way of advertising.
Yes.
It's not only about TV or print, radio is also there in the scene. Now what they did, they used Borolin as a character which played a very important role in your home, in your daily lifestyle. If you don't have Borolin, then you don't, yeah, a family member is missing in your whole nuclear family, right? So this is how they created an imaginative character out of the brand or out of the product.
So it is about connecting with the consumer on a subconscious level maybe, and showing how the brand adds value to their life in some
Exactly.
way.
So if I talk about this conscious and subconscious thing, what actually happens is that consumers see any ads through their conscious mind, and they recall the ads through their subconscious mind. And these, like, advertiser understood this very well. We advertiser understand this very well, and we play around this subconscious mind, so that if someone sees my brand or sees my ad again, automatically in their subconscious mind they can recall my brand very quickly. They play with the emotion, they play with the need, wants, and the crisis which is happening in human life. Not just now, it's about the like past years, and like years after year, advertising are using this sentimental point to trigger the consumer.
So it is a lot of psychology also comes into play.
Yeah, exactly.
So online advertising, let's talk about online advertising and how it panned out eventually. So it started with display advertising, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, actually the thing is that it all started with the internet users, okay? And American Online and Prodigy, introduced the online service, all right? And after that, this advertising concept also came in when Yahoo introduced the advertising concept, right? What they did, they began a shift in the attention in their digital ads. Okay, they shifted the attention of people in the digital ads, the whole advertising world. They collaborated, or they took up like 5 different brands, and those brands were paying Yahoo. Yahoo was previously normal, what we say, web directory.
Yes.
But they shifted onto the commercial business. Now what they did, they took up 5 sponsored company logos and they added onto their website.
Okay.
ठीक है? So there what the digital advertising came in the whole scene. Now we are shifting toward the digital advertisement scene, right? And Yahoo created the first keyword based ad.
Okay.
Now what is actually a keyword based ad, right? Keyword based ad में क्या होता है? Let's say I have searched for a keyword. I am a user. I'm searching for a specific thing. Let's say red shoes near me, right? And if the advertiser has added that specific keyword, let's say red shoes or shoe shop, okay? All these keywords in the ad, in his or her ad, automatically when the keyword and the search term matches with each other, the ad pops up on your search results page, right? That is how a keyword based ad like started off. And eventually many different companies also came in this market, in this whole competition. Like Planet Oasis launched the first version of PPC ad, like pay per click ad, ठीक है, पे पर क्लिक मतलब क्या है कि you need to pay for every click. ठीक है, so all these different companies came up with different concept. They understood the they understood the gap between traditional advertising and digital advertising, and they tried to fill up that gap using this bridge, and they came up with different innovation, different innovative concepts, right? So that is where the shift happened into digital advertising.
So when we talk about digital advertising, what I think is different here from traditional advertising is targeting and personalization, as we discussed, and how, you know, it is a forum. It has become now, you know, even a bigger forum to target a certain group of audience or to target an individual even. So, you know, it showed marketers that social media is a very strong industry as well, and how you can, you know, you have access to so many analytics, how where people are clicking, data collection points came into the picture, and how people started, you know, how people were having discussions about their personal life, and how it became such a big part of their lives basically. So can you explain a little bit about how social media came into the picture when it comes to advertising and marketing?
So what happened actually, see, if we talk about social media, automatically it comes up in our mind Facebook, right?
Yes.
It is one of the biggest giant right now. So Facebook started off started off its platform as a normal platform to communicate or to connect people, but then they thought that why not also add a revenue model over there, right? So they added their first ad deal with JP Morgan, like Chase something ad.
Yes.
They made a deal over there, and they came up with this whole monetization process where they're not only not only creating the communication between two people or more than one people, but they're also bringing up the business aspect over there, right? So there is a popular term that if you're not buying the product, then you are the product, and Facebook understood that very well. Facebook understood that very well, and they implemented that on the advertising field, Facebook ads, right? So in Facebook or in any social media platform, your time is the currency which they are using. The more time you spend over there, they will make sure that you consume the maximum amount of ads which you see on your timeline, right? And they are earning money out of it. Okay, and same YouTube also followed the same thing. YouTube launched their first ad with the same ecosystem in 2007, my bad. Then other social media platform also came in, the like Instagram came in, Pinterest came in, and Snapchat also came in with a unique thing. What they did, they added that you can not only advertise, but you can also target people based on certain criteria. That is where the traditional marketing was lacking behind. Traditional marketing में क्या हो रहा था कि you are putting up a banner, you are putting up an ad on newspaper, you are giving out leaflets, all these different things. But अभी Snapchat ने क्या किया? Snapchat ने किया कि you can target people based on your age, based on the location which you want to target, based on different demography and interest, behavior, all this thing. And right now, if you are a digital marketer, you must be knowing that Facebook is utilizing it in a very important manner. Google is also utilizing it in a very important manner, right? So there what the traditional marketing took a backseat, because traditional marketing में क्या हो रहा था कि there is no opportunity to target people. If I take a real life example, what is the first thing which you open after you wake up? You just woke up.
Definitely like social media.
Social media, right? And अगर मैं न्यूज़पेपर का बात करूं, you open the newspaper like around 10 or 11 or 12, right? And if I take another example, do you remember the last phone number you have seen in a banner ad?
Definitely not.
Not. Do you remember any newspaper ad, any email ID? No. But if I see the same ad on Google, or let's say on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, automatically I can click over there and I can call the business directly from there. That is where the shift came in, right? That is where the shift came in from the traditional to the digital marketing, right? Digital advertising field. So they understood the problem, they understood the whole concept, and they brought this shift in the whole market.
So what I can, conclude from this is how social media sort of created a user experience for its, audience, and it panned out so that it slowly became a part of their subconscious. So they, organically started sharing their names, their address, things, very important things like even their, it became about social status. So where are you going, what how long, how frequently you're meeting your friends, which new cafe opened up, and which new cafe did you go. So it targeting became a huge thing that I think, where traditional marketing sort of lagged, and that is where Facebook and other social media entities sort of came into the picture and kept up with the changing dynamics of the market. So when we talk about it, we should also talk about how mobile marketing came into the picture sometime later.
So I first want to try to elaborate or try to describe, break it down for the listeners, that how we can target audience.
Yes.
कैसे होता है? We can target based on their income, ठीक है? If they are in relationship or not, if they're engaged or not, if they're parents or not, if you like expensive products or not, what are the recent cafeterias you have visited, as you said, right? Now, what are the different things which are going on in your mind? Even Google ads mein, you can target people based on the languages they speak.
Yes.
Right? You can target based on the locations. ठीक है, तुम्हारा income क्या है? What are the different interests you have? What are the different pages you interact with? All these different things can be included and targeted based on that. Now, पहले क्या था? Ads were just meant for desktop, right? Or laptops. But फिर क्या हुआ? When iPhone came in around iPhone का around 2006 or 7, I don't 2007, ठीक है? Around 2007 when iPhone released, तब क्या हुआ? All these industries understood that why not make an ad specifically for mobile user. पहले क्या होता था कि डेस्कटॉप का जो था ना, डेस्कटॉप का जो ad था, वो ही कंप्रेस्ड होके, कंपैक्ट होके मोबाइल में दिखाता था. बट फिर क्या हुआ? They thought that why not create a dynamic ad for mobile users as well, and there another shift came in. ठीक है? Because they saw that mobile is the future. Mobile is the future for everything. So they created specific ads for mobile user. All right. And that experience enhanced the whole advertising. They can target you based on your GPS and your locations, because we are carrying our mobile phone everywhere, anytime, anywhere. And we are the one who are giving access to all these companies.
Yes.
Right? We are allowing them to get our contacts, our location, our photos, medias, call records, all these different things, right? So this was a very important game changer if we talk about the modern era.
So when we talk about things like, how advertising evolved with years, we talk about things like how its distribution changed, how personalization changed. And with this we, and how the sensory appeal changed. And with this we come to AI. AI is a big part of advertising these days, and it has a very it has a future full of possibilities right now. But what I was reading is in 2018 there was this company called Lexus, and it made its first AI scripted ad. It was a company. It used IBM Watson. And what the AI was based on, like the model that it was based on, is that it studied 15 years worth of award-winning car ads. And now AI has, sort of taken over the industry. It has taken over the market, and it has become so much more than just making, it has become more of a competitive area of advertising now. it has transitioned into analytics, it has transitioned into uh, you know personalization, as we talk about, and it has also transitioned into competitive intelligence that we were discussing. So can you talk a little bit about AI?
Yeah, exactly. So we were just discussing about this thing only, and it is very interesting in terms of the like when we were kids, we used to see different kind of cartoons over there, right?
Yes.
Robot talking to us and all those different things, like flying car and all those things. But right now, advertising has also taken a very futuristic aspect over here, right? AI has been a very important part in advertising. People who don't know AI, listeners who don't know AI is actually artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence is like they help us to what we say, they help us to think forward, they help us to see the near future. Okay, so how they help us in advertising, they help us allocate the budget, what budget we are spending across the channels, right? They help us adjust the budget automatically based on the kind of advertising which we are willing to learn, like run. They suggest us new advertising audiences which we can target, right? They help us which like rich audience profiles. They help us determine what campaign fits perfectly with your company goal, right? They help us determine the insight of our competitors, their spendings, their strategies, their creativity, ad copies, visuals, and creative, right? They create a hyper personalization message and images to individual customer. Hyper ads, like personalizing, ad triggering, then predicting the performance of ad. All these different things AI help us. So you can understand that AI is a very important, and it has got a broad aspect in the whole advertising. It is almost taking over the human, like the manual human things. When AI comes in, they do everything. All right, you just need to give a small hint that this is what I require, and they automatically suggest you A to Z, everything about what are required. Even they help you to predict the future of your ads.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Like A/B testing.
A/B testing is there. A/B testing is a major part of advertising. Like A/B testing में क्या होता है कि you can test two ads at the same time and you can see that which one is performing and which one is not. Right? So yeah, AI is now everywhere.
So with creating these simulations through AI and things like that, something else that came into picture, it came into the gaming world first, if I am not wrong, and then it's gradually shifted to advertising, is AR and VR. And how people, it has quite a hold on people. If you think about the sensory aspect of it, it's almost like people are escaping reality, and who doesn't want to escape reality? So people escape their reality. They sort of have this control, even if it's just for a few moments. They have control over their personas. So can you touch a little bit on that?
Yeah, so AR is basically augmented reality and VR is virtual reality. Right? Now, augmented reality क्या होता है कि you are creating or you are inputting something in your existing world, right? Or virtual reality क्या होता है, you are cutting off yourself from the actual world and you are creating a total virtual scenario or virtual world through the equipment which you are using. Right? So Mark Zuckerberg took this initiative to start the whole metaverse concept.
Yes.
Right? So metaverse is right now a very trending topic, and everyone is curious about what is going to happen on metaverse. What are the different things going to happen on metaverse? And recently, I said this to you, right? I was reading this thing. I was reading an article, right? Over there, I learned that scientists were experimenting about this targeted dream incubation. ठीक है? उसमें क्या हो रहा है कि advertisers can not only show you ads through mobile phone and all this thing, now they can also target you through your dreams, right? So there was this whole protocol for activating memories during sleep. This whole thing concept it's right now in a research process,
Yes.
right? So what advertisers are trying to put the concept or the thought in your dreams to like remarket you even in your dreams. So it sounds a bit scary.
Extremely
Yeah,
scary.
it sounds a bit scary, but still, if this comes in, it will be a what we say, a very huge demand for advertiser. But as a user, it will be a bit scary for me because while I'm sleeping, while I'm relaxing, at that point, if someone just randomly show me the ad, it I will feel a bit uncomfortable, right? So that is what I feel is not as a user. I don't feel this will be a good thing as an advertiser,
Ethically.
like as a what we say, bad part of advertising.
Yes. Like a very dystopian future if we think about
it's
it.
a very dystopian future.
Thank God it's like uncertain for now.
Yeah, it's kind of uncertain. Still, it's in a very research based thing. But yeah, right now we can sleep.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight. Yeah.
So what this tells me is that it is, slowly sort of advertisers or the big giants, the industrial giants are sort of trying to become a part of our subconscious. They are trying to control our subconscious because that is the most active part of our brains during our sleep time. So I was also studying about how, they are going to analyze different phases of sleep and which phase works best to advertise, during which time our subconscious mind is the most active. So it is something that is actually pretty scary but also very fascinating. So but it was a very fun session. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you guys enjoyed listening in on it.
Before ending off, I want to share this with the listeners as well. So we were discussing about this thing, and she just shared with me. She just cracked a joke with me. She said that let's say if we are sleeping and this dream comes up over here that we are sitting on McDonald's and suddenly I had a breakup with my girlfriend, and then the Tinder ads pop up over there. So yeah, if this happens, then it will be a very, very dramatic kind of advertisement as well as a dream for me.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Like all your scariest, dreams coming alive.
Yeah, exactly.
And like a combo for Tinder and McDonald's. That would be pretty funny actually. So, but this was a pretty fun session, and I hope this was insightful for our viewers and listeners too. I had a great time, talking to you.
Thank you, Shreya, for like having me in this podcast. I hope that you are going to have a great podcast after this, even different sessions which you are going to have based on the whole marketing and advertising. And I wish you best of luck.
I already have like so many ideas, and also let us know what tickles your fancy when it comes to advertising. What kind of ads resonate with you the most, and also talk let us know what future videos and podcasts would you like us to make, what topics would you like us to take on. But yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
কোনো মাসে হাড়পিক দিয়ে ধুলো হবে না মনে হয়, কোনো মাসে কাজ হবে বলে আমার মনে হচ্ছে না।